afternoon. Today in the greenhouse I'm doing some trellising. I've done one tree and I'm going to show it here at the end of the video. I should have videoed it before I done it, but I didn't. I'll try to find some clips of it to add in and see maybe what it did look like. But as you can see, you just see look kind of leafy. You don't see a whole lot of figs here. There's a lot of figs here. And this tree wants to grow on the ground. And you can see, look how all these branches are laying down here. This is red shrimp. It has huge figs on it. So I'm going to put some boards across the top of where my boxes go here. And then tie this thing up. I've done this to my super jumbo tree, and I'll show you what it looks like here after we get this one done. Okay, here we go. Now I've got it all trellised up. Got started on this one too. But I haven't quite finished it. This is the tree we started with that was on the ground. You can see it ain't quite so on the ground anymore. It needed these particular, this is red shrimp. That other one up there was, you was just looking at right here, is super red hybrant. And then this one back here I got to do as well too. And this one back here is not as bad on the ground, but I can hold it up and make a big change in it. I got to get some more string. This is Brazilian XP. But we're going to come back over here because this is the one we just redone. This is red shrimp. It's big, big tree. But it just needed to be tied up because it got so much fruit on it. I started tying up. This is super red hybrid. I still got a little more to do on it, and I haven't took a lot of leaves off of it, but I started de-leafing some of it like this here. It just makes it easier to tie up, and you can see your fruit. They ripen just fine. We're getting all kinds of fruit to ripen. I also done this to my super jumbo DK. So I even tied this up out here. Raised the whole end of that up. You can see where it meets up with this other tree here. I'll make a video of walking through what it really looks like since I've done a bunch of de-leafing. Makes it easier to get around in here. But this fig tree here, it's a lot better now. Way better. Makes it a lot easier to get around. This here's my green Minskarenska. Makes it easier though. You can see where your figs are at, and you get a lot more light in down here. Helps keep the roly-polies back. Be a good picture. It's my CDA. CDA didn't fruit very well. But you can see the low cordon, and then I should have not let all of these others growed up, and I should have made it grow along this branch here that I've got down. You can see I got it all the way down through there, but I kind of messed up and fell asleep on that. I'll have to do a better job at that next year. Alright, here's another tree. This is Super Jumbo DK that I done, and I really had to tie this one up a bunch. I really should have took a picture of it before I done all this, but it's got figs everywhere. But it just wanted to grow on the ground. And you just can't have that. I mean, so I got it kind of trellised up, and we'll try to trim it back and try to get it. Next year I'm going to have to get on this and train these up a lot better than what I did this year. It's just a lot to keep up with at different times of the year when you grow a garden and you got kids. And Super Jumbo DK. This next tree we're looking at here is Super Jumbo DK. And have a look at these sticks. Look how progressed this thing is right here. Can you see that fig right there? Oh, look at that. But they're still. Look at the figs. Super Jumbo DK. This is a good sized fig. 5 of them can make a pound, no problem. You might get lucky on the right day and 4 of them will make a pound. These are big figs. They got a strawberry watermelon flavor to them. From dieback, it still fruits like this from dieback. This tree does. So that's a real bonus if you got a long enough season. That they are a little bit, seem to be on the later side. But my thought is if you're not dying back, that eventually they'll get a little bit earlier in here. I mean, if I just get a couple weeks out of it, then I'll pretty much get 90% of my crop off here. Last year from dieback, I think it got 45% of its crop ripened before it got too cold, which is just, that's not hardly good enough, commercially speaking. I don't think you want to get your whole crop. You don't want to throw half your crop away. But that was from dieback. This is not from dieback, and I'm sure we can go back and look at last year's videos, and we was nowhere near having figs by now. These things are going to pick super early. We get a lot. I keep this thing in the 90s. It's in the 90s every day. From the time we wake up, if we can get in the 90s, it's in the 90s. Getting these growing heat hours in seems to help. These trees, none of the trees you're looking at, I've really done any thinning on yet. I'm getting ready to come through and do thinning on these and see if I need to stake anything. But this thing ain't staked. This is just the way I trimmed it. And I mean, you can see the oodles of fruit set on this Super Jumbo DK. I'd say if you was in Texas, this might be ideal. I didn't have really too bad a problem with it splitting. Texas, you know, if you're down there in an 8B climate where we're a 7A here, that you're going to have at least a 30-day longer growing season. Not to mention it's a lot milder. And I'm going to work on some more techniques for getting people's trees dormant quicker. I think this might be a real ideal fig for growing production in Texas, maybe. If somebody was looking for something that would produce a lot of poundage, you'd be able to put it outside. Now, you know, if you get a monsoon rain, figs don't like rain, we all know that. They'll all split. But in the greenhouse, just watering, I had no problem with the humidity or even how I kept the soil damp at all with it. So this might be one you want to try out. It's got a lot of figs on it. Super Jumbo DK. Not quite ready. Alright. Well, there it is. Kind of tied up. Keep them off the ground so we can keep the bugs out of them. Like I said, these things got a lot of figs on this one to weight down. I'll have to get some more leaf off of this. But main thing is I kind of got it up right now. That'll help. I'll get in here and do this Brazilian XP. You can see this is what they look like before you de-leaf them or do anything on this one. So, alright. Thanks for watching.